performances. I can imagine your confidence is sky high. What are you expecting from yourself in this fight?
A better version than the last one. Yeah, more skillful, more aggressive, more powerful, faster, smarter, all of it.
You've got a big platform to fight on here with Boxer and the BBC and the Zone. Is winning enough, or do you have to look good as well?
Everyone wants to win, but I just need to put in a dominant statement. You know what I'm saying? A dominant performance with a good statement as well.
Do you feel as though you're getting better with each fight? Certainly looks that way.
Yeah, I'm getting better every day. Not just each fight, every single day. Every single day, I'm in the gym saving away.
Looking forward to it. Now we go on to the first of our headline bouts. Gradus Kraus against Boris Crichton. Boris, I'll come to you first. There's a lot of excitement surrounding the man that you're facing this weekend. Are you buying into the hype? What do you know about him? And what kind of fight are you expecting?
Hype is hype at the end of the day. When you get into the ring, that's what determines who the person is, and you'll find out when that time comes. And then if he lives up to it, then you shake his hand and tell him good job. But until then, he's just another opponent like anybody else. Your hands will beat like I did, you'll find out and say.
You've been in there with Craig Richards. It's a lot of experience that you've got at the top level going into this fight. How important is that experience for you?
It's going to play a massive part on my side. Of course, it's almost a 10-year difference between Carlos and I, so it's a matter of experience and youth, and playing that chess game, we'll figure out which one wins.
Do you feel as though you're perhaps being overlooked, or do you like being the underdog?
The underdog is actually always more fun. I think we all try to overcome those moments and we build a great story. And it feels like it's handed to you, you're given that credit for it. So having to do the hard way is not something I'm shy about, but there's nothing else whatsoever.
You've always given a good account of yourself, but how confident are you being able to pull off this upset?
If there's a point where I decide that I'm not this for any single fight, there's probably time to retire. So when that day comes, every single fight that I take, regardless if it's 3 weeks notice, 5 weeks notice, 36 hours notice, I go in to that fight with every intention to win, put my best foot forward. And the day comes where I don't have that motivation to do that, then
Gradus, I'll come to you next. You're making your promotional debut with Boxer. What were your reasons for signing with Boxer, and how excited are you to be able to show the fans what you're capable of on Saturday night?
Yes, I'm happy that I can sign with Boxer, with Ben. And you can, I come always hard and I do my best.
This fight will be on massive platforms on Saturday. What can the fans expect from you on Saturday?
Yeah, so as always, I try to give the people give them a spectacular fight, and I try always my opponents knock them out.
You're in there with a very experienced opponent, probably your toughest test to date on paper. How much do you know about him, and what are you expecting from Boris?
Yeah, it doesn't matter who stays in front of me. I train hard. I do always my own thing, and I will always win.
How confident are you of getting the win and also putting in a very good performance? How confident are you of winning and looking good?
Yeah, I'm always confident, and I always go for the win. What I say is, I know what I can, and I train always hard. So, yeah.
Ben, I know you're somebody who's very excited about Gradus and this fight. What is his ceiling? How far can he go? What does 2026 look like for him?
He wants to be active. I think the key is activity this year. 4 big fights, 4 big platforms, and he's a start. I think our job is to make sure the world gets to see him. This guy's going to go right to the top, with or without me. So we need to make sure he's on the platform where he becomes a superstar alongside it. That's the job that we've got, and that's the job that we're confident to do. And he's going to be introduced to the UK on BBC 2 on Saturday night, and people will remember this guy's name. He is the guy in this division that is going to light it up, and I can't wait for everyone to see him.
Right. Lastly, we have our headline fight. This event is called the World Awaits and the World Title Shot awaits the winner of our headline fight. Francesca Hennessy takes on Ellie Bouttell. They meet in a final eliminator for the WBC World Bantamweight title with the WBC Silver Bantamweight Championship also on the line. Ellie, I'll come to you first. Welcome back to the UK. You have a fascinating story. You're British, but based out in China, and you've had your entire career as a pro out there. Talk to us about that experience.
Well, I mean, it wasn't exactly what I expected when I started out boxing, but it's been fantastic. M23 have been very good to me as a promoter. The fight opportunities that we have had have been amazing. We've kept nice and busy. It's been a good. We've had some challenging opponents and some great camps, and this one has also been a great camp. So yeah, I'm just excited to be back. It feels like a homecoming.
It is a homecoming. Does it feel like you are coming as an away fighter, even though you're coming back home?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I've never fought professionally in the UK before, and fans obviously an exciting prospect that boxing are very much behind. So I feel like we're a nice mix of visiting fighter, away fighter, but also with a little flavour of it.
You mentioned it there. You're not boxed as a professional in the UK. What differences are you expecting?
Hopefully not too many. The audience will probably be a bit louder, I should think. There's a bit more of a history of watching boxing in the UK. Probably a big difference for me as well is that my family is going to be here for the second time. My parents came to watch me once in North China when we fought against the North Korean. But the rest of my family, it will be really special to have them here, so that's probably going to be the biggest difference.
It's obviously a massive fight, final eliminator for a world title. How are you feeling, and what do you know about Francesca Hennessy, and what kind of fight are you expecting?
I think we come into this fight with the same kind of attitude that I always try and go into my fights with, which is don't underestimate the opponent, expect it to be a tough fight that goes the distance, and then anything else you leave to where the performance is on the night. We worked incredibly hard this camp. I'm confident in the prep that we've done. I'm confident in my experience, but also just know that my opponent is a challenging one. So looking forward to it.
I've heard you say that you didn't expect this opportunity to come round as quickly as it has. Are you surprised by the speed at which you're kind of risen through the ranks?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, you have to look at the facts of the matter, right? Which is that women's boxing does not have as many competitors as male boxing. So there is that kind of speed that is accessible to me that isn't necessarily accessible to male boxers. That's a factor. But I think the main thing I was thinking when I said it came around faster than I expected is just that any sort of big step up feels very sudden. It doesn't necessarily mean that it actually has been faster than it should have been. It should is a word that even exists. But it's just a big step.
Step in the right direction. Let's bring in Francesca Hennessy. Fran, back on the BBC following a very good, flawless performance last time out. How does it feel to be headlining live on BBC Two and also around the world on the zone?
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank God. I want to thank Bench Long, the whole team of Fox, the BBC, and Zone. So it's a great opportunity. It feels amazing, to have a women's fight headlining on the BBC and the Zone. It's just incredible. I also want to say I hope that Azim and his opponent back to good health very, very soon. I feel absolutely privileged to be on this card and be a headliner on it.
What do you know about Ellie? Is she somebody that you've come across before, and how are you approaching this fight?
Yeah, I know Ellie's a very good fighter. I've heard of Ellie, but I'm just coming on this fight. I know the best of me beats anyone. That's just how I feel. I work very hard in the gym. I'm very disciplined, so that mentality just stays the same with whoever's in front of me.
It is a final eliminator. A win over Ellie will put you in line to challenge for all of the belts. You've made no secret that your ambition is to become the youngest undisputed world champion of all time. You're 21. The record is currently held by Gabriela Fundora, who claimed all 4 belts at 22. How much of a motivating factor is that for you?
Yeah, you know, of course that's a motivating fact. I've said from the start of my career, that's one of my dreams I want to achieve. I've obviously got a hard fight in front of me with Ellie, you know, not overlooking her, but yeah, that's something I definitely believe I will go on to achieve.
How much have you seen of Ellie? Obviously, she's had her career out in Asia. She's undefeated also. What do you have to do to get the win in that?
I just believe I have to be me, you know, I'm not seeing too much Ellie, you know, I've watched a few videos and things, but I can expect anything from Ellie on the night, you know, us fighters can change our styles from here and there, so yeah, I just believe the best of me beats anyone, you know, the way I'm feeling in the gym at the minute is the best I've ever felt, so yeah.
As far as you're concerned, where is this fight won and lost? Where do you have the advantages?
I mean, the advantages, I don't really look at it like that. I just feel like I just focus on myself and knowing the best me can beat anyone. If I'm feeling the best I am going to do 100%, I know I can beat anyone, and that's what I focus on. I keep my discipline, I keep working hard, I focus on myself. So, advantage or no advantage, I know whoever's put in front of me that I'll beat them when I'm feeling like 100%.
Last question, I feel like I know the answer to this question. What does the perfect year look like for Francesca Hennessy?
Well, titles are in it, but look, I'm fully focused on this fight, and I'm looking to, you know, make a statement on Saturday night.
Then a word on this fight. 2 unbeaten boxers in a final eliminator. What do you think we're going to get on Saturday night?
We're going to get a great fight. It's definitely a big moment for women's boxing. It really is. On the national broadcaster like this. I think Ellie Bouttell is a very fan-friendly fighter. A fighter that's going to come and really, really give it to Fran. And Fran's got to show her class. And yeah, delighted to be headlining with this. But for me, Fran Hennessy has ceilings and ceilings and ceilings to go. She's got to make a big point on Saturday night. But she is the #1 in the division. There's a lot of noise around in the division. There's a lot of fighters that make a lot of noise. But none of them can fight like Fran. Fran needs to take this opportunity, show that she's the #1 in the division. She's already got the following. She's already got the social media following. She's already got the fans in the arena. Now it's time to show what a serious fighter she is, and what an opportunity to have on Saturday night. And Sugar Neeks and the rest of them that pretend to fight, but can they really fight? We're about to see a real fighter on Saturday night.
Looking forward to it. Remaining tickets are available at boxer.com. All the action is available to watch live on BBC Two, BBC iPlayer, and worldwide on The Zone. Thank you to everybody for talking to me, and thank you to our official partners, Betfred, Riyadh Season, That Prize Guide, Tixar, and Champion. We'll now break for face-offs, and the fighters will be available